There's an app that could help you detect breast cancer before a doctor ever does. An app that's already been used in over 70 countries, backed by science and changing how people see their bodies. Plus, it's free, but it's most likely that you are not using it. Now, this is gonna sound strange, but stay with me. Once you see how this app works, it might just change how you see self-breast examinations forever. In this video, I'm showing you the Know Your Lemons app. This is one of the most talked about breast health apps. I'm giving you my honest review. That way, you'll know if this is worth your time or if this is something you should just scroll on by. Know Your Lemons. Let's dig in. Know Your Lemons is a global breast health education initiative. It uses a surprising but pretty effective way to show you how to do a breast self-examination. Lemons. Now, self-breast examinations are often described with clinical images or vague descriptors, but this app focuses on a dozen lemons to showcase the 12 most common symptoms of breast cancer. These are the symptoms that you need to know about to keep yourself safe. But let's get into those specific symptoms a little later on in this video. Okay, but first, let's review the pros and cons of this breast self-examination app. First, the pros and then some cons. Self-breast examinations is kind of a hard topic. It's awkward, it's confusing, sometimes it's scary, and sometimes it's just kind of boring. I mean, like, is it even important? But here are the pros to Know Your Lemons. It's extremely user-friendly. It makes it visual and non-threatening, and most importantly, a very memorable representation of what the 12 symptoms of breast cancer are. This allows empowerment just by being informed. The parts of the app that are particularly useful are the period tracker. When you're doing a self-breast examination, your breast can change depending on what phase of the cycle you're in. It's useful to repeat your exam at the same time every month. This ensures you're doing an accurate self-breast examination. You can set the phase of your cycle and then continue to track moving forward. Next, the app is going to give you step-by-step instructions on how to complete a self-breast examination. This is audio only, so you can complete the exam while you listen. It's very user-friendly, but there are some cons which I'll cover later. The next big pro is that the Know Your Lemons app will walk you through a screening assessment step by step. This is to screen for your risk of breast cancer and how you should be followed up. Knowing your risk factors and why, and how often you should be screened as a result. One of the most underrated features of this app is the custom risk assessment. You answer a few questions: your age, your family history, your health history, and then the app gives you a personalized screening plan. It tells you when to get a mammogram, how often to check yourself, and what exactly to watch for based on your specific background information. Plus, then it's going to give you talking notes if you want to talk to your doctor about how to change your screening process. Now, the biggest pain of a self-breast examination, at least for me, is remembering when to do them. Every month, it just slips my mind. With so much going on, it's hard to remember. But this app will send you reminders to do your self-examination, reminders to schedule your mammogram, and to track any changes in the symptoms that you may have seen the month before. Hey, Dr. Amy here, interrupting this video to let you know about an absolute free download that you can get instantly today. This is called your A to Z Guide to Staying Cancer-Free. Now, this guide is going to give you a step-by-step instructions of exactly how to begin to live a cancer-free life. I'm going to put the link in the description below, so go get yours instantly and get started today. Okay, now back to the video. Okay, so what are the downsides? What are the cons? Now, no app is perfect, so let's talk about some of the limitations. During the screening assessment, I found that some questions were a bit vague. For example, do you smoke or drink regularly? But there's no definition for regular. The more you drink, the higher your risk of breast cancer, so it would be helpful to have more information here. It might be useful to deepen the assessment to provide more definition around alcohol. Also, in the risk assessment, the definition around exercise is pretty relaxed. We know that cancer survivors need approximately 150 minutes of low-intensity cardio every week to reduce their risk of cancer recurrence. That's about 20 minutes a day, and that is what's recommended in the app. But there's no recommendation for strength training. This is also a really critical part of cancer recovery and remission. And this is what's recommended in most cancer prevention guidelines. Okay, so let's shift at looking at the instructions for the self-examination. I love that there's audio audio that walks you through the self-examination. The options are Mona Lisa will read you the instructions. That's right, like the painting. She'll walk you through how to do this. Or Napoleon, the explorer. Would we call him an explorer? I don't know. It would be nice to have just a standard audio to follow. Although the app is very cute and quirky, it'd be nice just to have like a plain audio to follow. Okay, but a few more cons of the app that's specific to self-breast examination. Not every lump is cancer. Most lumps are not cancer. That's why in recent years, some very large cancer prevention guidelines have stopped suggesting self-breast examinations. Of course, it's always good to be familiar with your body. Always. But keep in mind that you are in control. It's likely nothing serious at all, but by completing a self-breast examination, you are truly in control. But this is also why the app encourages reporting changes and not diagnosing them. Now, if you're new to breast health, the app might feel like a lot. It covers screenings, risks, self-examinations, screening schedules. It's robust, and that's a good thing, but it can feel overwhelming. So just start with one section. There's no pressure to know everything in one day. Okay, and lastly, this app doesn't solve the problem of access to care. Obviously, a phone app can't solve everything, and this is an underlying issue. Knowing when to get screened is only helpful if you have access to screening. The app doesn't replace mammograms or ultrasounds or seeing a healthcare provider, and that is the bigger systemic issue. But still, what it does offer is knowledge, and it's a powerful place to start in order to advocate for yourself, to advocate for the screening that you need. Okay, so is it the best self-examination app? In my opinion, it's one of the better options. It's clear, it's evidence-based, it's beautifully designed, and it's non-intimidating. Most breast health resources either intimidate people or, most frequently, they bore them. Know Your Lemons manages to do neither. It empowers, it removes fear, it adds clarity, and it gives you a plan. That's more than most apps, even more than most doctors' offices. Okay, but you need to know about the 12 symptoms of breast cancer. This is what the Know Your Lemons app outlines for you. These are important, so watch out for these. The app breaks down each and what you specifically need to look for in more detail. Hard lump, a thick area, dimple, nipple crust, a red or hot area, new fluid or a skin sore, bumps, a growing vein, a sunken nipple, a new shape or size, or orange peel skin. These are the signs you need to watch out for each month. But that's a lot to remember, so this app will walk you through it. Okay, so now that you know about the app and how it works, you're probably wondering, how do I actually do a self-breast examination? Like, how do I do it the right way? And that is great news, because that is exactly what I cover in my next video. I'll walk you through a step-by-step demonstration. This is how to do a self-examination properly, what to feel for, what to do, and what is normal. Okay, so if you're ready to feel confident about your body, if you're ready to take real control of your breast health, click here to watch the next video. See you in the next one.